back in '97, you did an interview with Weezer.net, and I'm gonna compare some of your answers now.
Okay. Okay.
Back then, you said you were like on tour. You had been presented with like chick opportunities. How has the groupie situation changed in the last like 11 years, and have you taken advantage of any of that groupie loving yet?
I don't tend to do that, no.
No.
I don't know how it's changed. You know what? I see less of them, but that's because the old days we were like, there was no security really. Like, people would just be wandering around. You just like run into people after a show. But now it's like, it's like hermetically sealed. It's like, you know, we're underground in a bunker somewhere. Nobody could ever find the buses if they wanted to, you know? I mean, so and plus everybody's older and has, you know, some have families now. There's not really, you know, there's no, it's like if there isn't a guest that somebody specifically invites, there's nobody, they're not back there, you know? So it's way different now. So I don't even know if there's be the opportunity to be solicited. It's probably just as well. I'm 39. I shouldn't be doing that.
Back then, the Bronco that you were driving the band around was starting to decay. How much longer did you drive that?
That lasted. In '97 it was almost gone. I think it was '98. I got rid of that. I can't remember now. 98, 99, somewhere in there, it started really dying, so I traded it in. Actually, I traded it in to my mom's Explorer. Somehow we worked that out a deal, so I had an Explorer for a while. But I remember I got in an accident in the Bronco with Rivers in the car. He was in the car with his leg brace, and he had it up on the front dash like this because he couldn't, it's hurt, you know. And we were in Boston. I was driving him to Cambridge or whatever because he was going to go to school. I don't remember how that all worked out. Maybe it was '95. Anyway, it was really rainy, bad storm, and it was one of those things where everybody stopped all of a sudden, and you hit it, but we hydroplaned in the car in front of us. And he had his foot up on the thing. He was like, ah! And I was like, no! So it didn't last a whole lot longer after that accident. The front was all crushed in and stuff. It still drove. It just looked bad.
So what are you driving now?
The Honda Element. I'm very happy with it. I bought it when it first came out in 2003. And I'm going to drive it till it dies. It's a great car. Great car.
Little endorsement there.
Oh yeah, no, it is. I mean, they're totally great. I have no complaints whatsoever.
Back then, your Weezer collection took up about 3 cubic yards. How big would you say it is now?
That was '97.
Yeah.
I have to say it's at least triple. At least. It's like there's filing cabinets, there's closets full of stuff. I have so many shirts, it's ridiculous. You know, like those big plastic totes you get at like Walmart. I probably got like 8 full totes of Weezer, like just soft stuff. I haven't even looked at it since I started putting it in there. It's sick.
Are you ever going to look at it, or is it just
if I have time?
There?
Yeah. It's amazing. I mean, I've got every color of every shirt from like the old days. Everything. Like I saved one of everything. They're brand new. They've never been worn.
And that's all insured, right?
No. Well, homeowners insurance.
Yeah.
I don't know if that covers it or not. I gotta call it collector's insurance. I know there's this company that does that. Because I've also got like 40,000 LPs and all kinds of crap. I got so many comic books. It's not even funny.
Back then, you were listening to Pavement, Built to Spill, Blur, Sebadoh, and Heat Miser. What about now?
Those are all good bands.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with any of those assessments. Today, I don't know. What am I listening to? What did I just buy? I'll just go by what I just bought. I haven't even listened to them yet, but I'm assuming I'm gonna like them. I just bought the Bird and the Bee record. I just bought the Vampire Weekend record. I have no idea if it's even good. I just heard it was good. I've just bought My Morning Jacket, like their first 2 albums. I don't know them very well yet, but they sounded pretty cool. I really like Band of Horses. Really like them. And what else? I'm trying to think of new things. I'm always looking into the past for old stuff, but I gotta think of new things. I like the new Beck. I was disappointed in his last few albums. I like the new one. What else? I like that song by what's her face, MIA, Mia. The samples are Clash. That's why I like it.
Oh. All right. We'll do some questions that people like submitted.
Okay.
Weezerpedia now. Dig for Fire wanted to know like what life was like with Weezer before they hit it big. Like, what did they do to pass the time when they weren't practicing? Or any funny or interesting stories?
Oh, that's kind of that's probably too much of a question to get into. I mean, it used to be. I mean, literally, it was like everybody was like living their life. I mean, people just had their jobs. You know, it was Los Angeles. Rivers was going to Santa Monica Community College. You know, they'd rehearse. Occasional, you know, every week or two there'd be a show that somebody booked, some crappy club in LA. Go do that. I was working at a store called REI, like camping supplies. There was a lot of, sitting around reading magazines, you know, drinking chocolate milk, goofing around. We'd go on little adventures, go down to the beach, do this and that. A lot of skateboarding, riding bikes around. Basically, getting by on the minimum amount of effort possible so that there'd be more time to do the band, you know?
You have a duck in this truck?
A duck in the truck. But, yeah, I mean, it was really mundane, to be honest. I mean, we had fun, but it wasn't like any big adventures went down. I mean, I don't know, put it all in the book.
Let's see, this is a long question. I'll just read what the guy wrote.
Okay.
Before the second encore of the recent tour, you've been coming out to set up a record player playing Heart songs. Then Rivers comes out and violently kicks it off stage. Is this making a statement like the band has soured on Heart songs, or should it not be read into? A lot of people are taking it as condemnation of the song.
That's funny. That's not how it's intended. I mean, you know, they go into a cover after that because that's an example of the Heart song, and so it's not. It's more like a, you know, the statement's more like, you know, screw this mellow stuff, let's rock. But it's not screw that song. So that's all I can say about that.
And then questions that a lot of people ask. What did Brian do to piss off Courtney Love that one?
Oh, I don't know if he pissed her off. I think he just like was frightened by her and ran away, and she was chasing after him. And I'd be understandably, right? I mean, you know, if she was like, you know, Violent, come here, he'd probably run away too, right?
Are there any plans to tour Europe, Australia, or any of the rest of the world this time around?
Currently, I don't know of any such plans. That 2009 is a whole new ballgame now, so we'll see. I know they're going to record this, you know, once we're off this tour. So once that's done, we'll see what happens. I wish I could tell you more. I don't know. I mean, I know we haven't been to those places in a long time.
Maybe it's just as well she didn't ask Karl. He doesn't seem to know himself. But Andy does. How about that? Ellen knew that. Is he smarter than Karl? Does he study more at home? Maybe Karl wasn't the first to finish after all. Maybe he could get more out of his time in school.